for joining me in my craft room today. My name's Jan Radu. I'm an independent demonstrator for Stampin' Up and I'm in Western Australia. So I'm coming to you today to share something that I'm pretty excited about. I've had a lot of queries from beginner crafters, people just starting out, not quite sure how to get started with their supplies or quite, which direction to go in. And I'm happy to say Stampin' Up are bringing out a fantastic kits collection starting in June. The kits will rotate, so it'll basically be whatever's available online at stampinup.com.au/kits. And whatever is available at the time you can order. It's all about the experience of crafting with your friends, or even alone if you're time poor and you're just looking for someone to have done all the work for you in terms of coordinating and pulling the products together, and then you just get to sit down and make usually around 9 cards. Some of the kits have sort of gift box ideas in them as well. You'll get a Stampin' Spot, you'll get a block, a stamp set, and of course envelopes and all the things that need to go together to make the cards really easy, beautiful cards. And of course you get to keep all the supplies afterwards, so you can build your stash slowly without having to buy all of the stamp pads and all of the card stock that you need to go into a project. So how do the kits come? They come in this cute little box. I think the boxes will probably change depending on what kit you order. And inside the box, so I've just taken the shrink wrap off at this stage, and inside the box, if I open that up for you, what you're going to get is you're going to get a little Stampin' Spot. So this one is the Sweet Sentiment, I think it's called, kit. So this will be available 1st of June. So you get a little grey granite Stampin' Spot, so that's just a little mini ink pad. You get the photopolymer stamp set. And then in the packet here, I'll show you, it all comes shrink wrapped, so it's packaged really nicely. And in the pack, you've got some twine, you've got adhesive, you've got all of the pieces to go together to make some beautiful cards. So this is the Sentimental Rose card kit, this particular one, and you can see the kind of designs that you can make there. So how about we have a closer look? We'll open it up, I'll show you exactly what you get, and we'll put together one of the cards. So here's the Creativity Made Easy Kits by Stampin' Up brochure. I'll link to this on the notes of the video. You can check that out and have a look. So as I said before, if you just head to stampinup.com.au/kits, at any time you'll see the kits that are available. So they will change according to stock. And if you and your friends want to get together, let's say, and have a bit of a stamping party, you just all choose whichever kit takes your fancy, and once they've arrived, usually takes around about 9 to 10 days for an order to arrive. So once they've arrived, you can all get together and have a really nice evening together, stamping, chatting and catching up. So that's what I do with my friends once a month for what we call Stamp Club, and it's such an important part of my life, and I'm sure it will enrich yours too. So here is a bit of an overview of the kits that will be available on the 1st of June. There's a couple of little cute square card designs. There's a little kind of gift box design set, and there's a really great earthy mountain type set for Father's Day, birthdays, anniversary. So this is a real perfect one for cards for the men in your life. So check that little brochure out. But let's have a look and see what's inside the Sentimental Rose kit. So as I showed you before, we've got a grey granite Stampin' Spot. We've got a little stamp pad, and then everything else is in this little shrink wrap seal. So let's just open that up and have a look at what we've got. So if you have a look at the other side, this is your instruction sheet in here. So it's the Sentimental Rose card kit, and it'll show you the cards that you're going to be making. So there are 9 cards in this kit. There are 3 designs, and then a really sweet acetate box to package your cards up if you were going to give them as a gift, which is a really nice idea. I know I love to give handmade card packs as gifts. So I'll just pull all of that out. Let's see what we've got. So we get a little set of Stampin' Dimensionals. We've got some white twine and we've got some little enamel dots as well. We've got a really sweet Stampin' Up block, so that's got nice round edges. I like that. And let's remove all of this together. So we have the instruction book. So you'll see that's got step-by-step instructions on how to put all of your cards together. So that's one design, there's design number 2, design number 3, and then number 4 being the box. So you decorate the box as well. If you have a look at the instructions, you've got the detailed instructions of each design, but you've also got the details of which pieces go into which card. I think the easiest thing to do is to pull out all the pieces for each card and put them into different piles so that you know exactly what's going with what, and it gives you a really good starting point. So if we have a look at, let's spread out the envelopes. So we've got one design, so you're going to have 3 of each. That's the second design, and then the third design being this one. And then card fronts. So that card front tends to match that one. That card front matches the type, and then that one matches that one. So that's the card fronts. And then let's look at the next panel here. So we've got this piece here, goes with that one. We've got this piece here, goes with that one. We've got this lovely floral rose, goes with that one. The floral rose also has this larger, I'm calling it, what am I calling it? Corrugated. This larger corrugated piece there. So then what we've got left for number 4 is the long corrugated piece, the flower and the leaves. And now we've got the acetate box that will go with that one as well. And then we've just got the assorted tags that we can pull out depending on what we need. So I think I'm going to make this one today. Now, according to the instructions, we're going to need 1 corrugated banner. So I'll just pop that one out. We're going to need 1 of these sentiment boxes. We're going to need a piece of twine and a couple of stamped images and some little enamel dots. So the first thing where it's telling us to do is to do the stamping on our watercolored piece. So we'll pull that one in. I'm just going to bring a little bit of copy paper as some scratch paper to catch the balance of the ink. So with the photopolymer stamps, we just peel back that section there. We grab our block and then we just peel off the stamp. I like to put it down upside down and then pick it up with my block. One thing I would also suggest when you first get the stamp, the first couple of images are not going to be the best because they've got a little bit of residue on them. So always stamp a few times. We just ink up our stamp. Be a little heavier handed on the edge to give it a bit more depth and a little lighter in the middle, depending on how you like it. And then we're just going to position it however we like over our panel. And you can see you've got a nice stamped image there. Now, if you've got a Stampin' Scrub, you can use the Stampin' Scrub to clean off your stamp, but if not, just a fragrance-free baby wipe will do the job. Sometimes you get a little bit of lint left over on the stamp if you use a baby wipe, so just be mindful of that. And then you can stamp off a few times as well, just to make sure it's clean. So if you see in the image there, they've just got one leaf poking out from down the bottom here and another one up the top. So it's totally up to you how you want to do this, how you want to position your leaves. And that one I am just going to kind of pop it down there. Very nice. And now we can bring our, let's follow the instructions, Jan. So now we can bring our sentiment in. I think a thank you card would be a great card, a great sentiment to use for this card. And a tip for new stampers, stamp straight down, straight up. You're going to get the absolute best impression that way. Looks great. I like the font that they've used in this one. Okay, so I believe that's all of the stamping. So we'll pull that one out of the way now. The next step is we are going to put glue dots down on our corrugated piece, on our banner, and then we're going to put dimensionals on the sentiment and we're going to place them. And the next step is to put this panel down onto our card front. You pop that down and then you've got a really sweet little thank you card. So you can either stamp again inside or you can write your own sentiment in there. So the next step is to tie our twine on there. And there we go. So that's the first sweet little card, and as we can see with the envelope, so we can actually stamp on the envelope as well if we want to, and then that's your first little card. Let's have a little stamp on there. And I think the last step in the card was to just add some of the green enamel dots. So we've got a larger one here-ish and a little small one up here. Don't line them up, try and always create a bit of a triangle for a bit more interest. What a really sweet little card to give. Should we do the box? Let's do the box. So the first step is to stamp this little tag. The step is the corrugated piece that goes around. So it's already got a 3M sticky on there. So all we're doing is creating a belly band is what we call this. So this is just going to turn into a box. Now I would prefer to assemble the box first. So let's do that. And all we're doing is putting our our score lines to work. So we're just going to fold down on all those pre-scored edges. This one we can fold back and then fold forward. And pop that down there. Okay. Forward. Okay, so I feel much more confident now that I can make sure I get the right tension on that belly band. So I'm just going to wrap it around. So this isn't going to stick to the box. This is just going to stick to itself. So all you need to do is make sure that all of those folded edges are on the corners and line it up. And then you can just slide it off and give it a good press together. Okay. So we decide what the front and the back of your box is. This is probably the front, I would imagine. So pop the seam to the back. It's good if there's a little bit of tension on there because you know it's not going to slide around too much. Now we're using the die cut printed pieces for this. So we're just going to pop those out. Being a little bit gentle so that we don't tear them, but they're quite sturdy. Okay, and so they're using glue dots here, but I would pop dimensionals on that one. So what we're going to do is we're going to tuck that under and then we can stick that back down again. And we're going to bring it around. We are going to tie our first knot. Okay, and then we are going to pop our little tag in there. And we're going to capture it in our bow. Okay, where are we? I've lost my end. Oh, there we go. I've got fumbly fingers because you're watching. Okay. There we go. Shorten our tails as required. And now the string's not going to go anywhere because it's captured under the flower. And you've got this gorgeous little gift box that you can make a set of the cards, even if it's sort of one of each kind if you want to, and then you can keep some as well. So all we're going to do is pop those in there. And as you can see, that will make just somebody's day. It's a gorgeous little gift box. Now if this is moving around, once you've stacked them it might not, but if this is moving around too much, just pop a couple of glue dots underneath and secure it to the box, and that will stop it from sliding too much. But I have a feeling that if you pack the box heavy enough, you'll find that that won't happen. But isn't that gorgeous? So if you really like the idea of a kit that comes with all the instructions and all the embellishments you need to make beautiful cards, this Creativity Made Easy Stampin' Up! Kits collection might be for you. If I can help you with any orders, let me know. Leave me a comment, send me a message at stampingelegance.com. My email is stampingelegance@live.com, and I'd love to hear from you. Thanks for joining me today. Subscribe, share, and I'd love to see you again.